Hi everyone, welcome back to Lab 5 Angular Kinetics 1. So today we're going to talk through some concepts of center of mass for multi-segment systems. So we're going to learn how to find the center of mass for individual segments and then find the center of mass for whole body systems by summing these segments. And then we'll go through how center of mass relates to stability and mobility, and then a little bit more into moment arms and torques and how posture and different techniques can affect this. So the first thing that we're actually asked to do is to complete some work in Tracker. So we're going to use the box lift and calibration videos. So I'm going to head over to Tracker and work through it and kind of talk through what we're asked to do. So I have my calibration video here, and then I also have my box lift video there. So the first thing that we need to do is calibrate the video. So I'm going to head over to my calibration video, and I'm going to track, new calibration tool, and I'm going to insert my calibration stick. Perfect. And I'm going to press Shift and Control click. On a Mac, you may have to press the Command button in order to mark the top portion of my box, and then I'm going to do Shift Control click or Command depending on your device and mark the bottom. We're told that it is 76 centimeters or 0.76 meters high. I recommend zooming in a little bit so that you can actually see where you've placed your calibration stick. So I like to make sure we try to get it lined up on the box there from the top to the bottom. Make sure that's straight. Perfect. Okay. And the next thing that we need to do, of course, is add our coordinate frame. So I'm going to add the coordinate, and I'm going to place it right at the bottom like we usually do so that we know where our origin is. Okay, so now I'm going to lock this into place. I'm going to go to coordinate system lock, and I'm going to go to edit, copy object. I'm going to copy my coordinate system over, and I'm going to go over to my box lift video here, and I am going to edit, paste my coordinate system. If it doesn't show up right away, that's completely fine, but we do want to show our coordinate system, and we're actually told in our lab document here, so just something to note, is to set the origin of the coordinate frame at the ankle joint where the marker is placed. So I'm going to go back to my tracker document here and make sure my coordinate system is unlocked so that I can move it. And I'm also going to zoom in to make sure that I can place it over the ankle marker as precisely as I can. And I'm going to lock it back into place. Perfect. Okay. So the next thing that we're also told in the lab is that we're going to be working in a single coordinate frame. So we're going to select the movement between the specified frames. We're going to do frame 206 only. We're analyzing just a single frame for this box lift video. So I'm going to go back to tracker here. Okay. And I'm going to clip my video to just include frame 206. So I'm just going to right click and click clip settings, and my start frame will be 206 and my end frame will also be 206, and then press OK. Perfect. So you notice that my slider is lined up perfectly at frame 206 since that's the only one we're looking at. Okay. So we're told that we need to track a few point masses. So we're going to track the ankle, hip, shoulder, wrist, and then the marker on the center of the box. So I'm going to head back to tracker. And the first one that I'm going to track is going to be my ankle. So I'm going to track new point mass. I'm going to click on mass A, and I'm going to name it ankle. And I'm going to zoom in because it's a little bit busy there. I can also just hide my coordinate system to sort of just get it out of the way. But I want to Shift Control click or Shift Command click if you're a Mac user. For my ankle, I'm on a single frame, so you should only have one value output because I'm only tracking at one position. And I notice in my table over here that I have the time at 0 because there's just a single frame, my X position, and my Y position. Great. So I'm going to zoom back out here. And I'm going to do the same thing for each of my point masses. So I'm going to track new point mass. I'm also asked to do the hip, so I'm just going to rename this hip. And I'm going to zoom in just to be as precise as I can. Shift Control click or Command. And I'm going to press search and close. And again, I can see for both my hip and my ankle so far, I just have the single data points. Next, I'm going to do the shoulder. So I'm going to track new point mass. Mass A is going to be named shoulder. And Shift Control or Command click. And search and close. And again, do the same thing for the wrist. So track new point mass. Name this wrist. Shift Control click. Great. And then the last part here is just for my box. So track new point mass, and I'm going to rename mass A box and identify it in tracker. Perfect. Okay. So you notice here I have time and X and Y positions for each of the point masses that we tracked. Before you progress any further, make sure you save your tracker. So depending on your settings, but saving your tabs and saving your tab set as so that you can submit your tracker files in order to submit for Lab 5. And we have all of our values here in the single frame. I would recommend just copying and pasting these values into Excel. And that's it for this video.